All right. Good morning, good morning. Time for another wonderful episode of me walking to work. Good thing about today, it's very nice out. A little chilly, but very nice. Who cares, right? Well, I care, actually, because a nice day is better than a crappy day, right? So, I went camping. Me and Penny went camping this past weekend. It was fun, Friday to Sunday. Friday night, it poured. It rained. Poured so hard. It was nice at first. You know, oh, the sound of the rain against the tent. Oh, nice. And then it just got like worse and worse and worse. It was an absolute downpour. But that was the first night. We made it through. And it was cold. It was cold for sure. I think it was like right around 40 at night. We did have power on our campsite, so we did have a little heater. But you know, when you go tent camping and stuff, it's not, those tents aren't, what do you call, like, foolproof, windproof. You know, I mean, you can get, you know, like, Mount Everest, Antarctica style, tents, but those things are expensive. But Saturday night was nice, but it was really cold. Like, I think there was like a frost warning. I think it was close to, like, I think it was like 35 degrees that night. And it was cold Sunday morning, and it kind of sucked and stuff. But in the end, we made it. Made it home, safe, not sick, not nothing. All right? Which goes to lead me to a conversation I had with Linda on Friday. And I was telling her about this video that I saw on this individual who does all kinds of daredevil shit. Jumping off cliffs, high cliffs, climbing up buildings with no ropes. I don't think it was the guy from that Netflix one. But, you know, stuff like that. Putting those wingsuits, threading the needle. If you don't know what threading the needle is, go look it up. Things like that. Things that you can die at any point in time. And he does this all the time. I mean, I guess this is how he makes his living. So, he was getting interviewed, and the interviewer asked him, you know, why do you do these things? Why do you put your life, sorry, my hoodie's not cooperating. Why do you put your life at risk like that? Not only do you put your life at risk, but you put it at risk so often. Why do you do that? And his answer was very cool. What he said was, the reason I do this is, one, because he likes to, so on and so forth. But the benefit of doing what he does is that when he experiences that type of stress, where he knows himself that he could die, he knows it. He knows he's putting his life at risk. And mentally, it's stressful to him. It stresses him out. He gets worried. He gets anxious. He goes through a plethora of emotions. And he says, when I do that, and when I feel that kind of stress, the stresses of everyday life are nominal, and it allows me to deal with those nominal stresses without any anxiety, depression, or whatever. So, by stressing his systems to the max, by doing these activities, his mental health tends to be better than the rest of us, because he is able to deal with that kind of stress. In other words, he takes what he learns from jumping, flying, soaring, needle threading, surfing, scuba diving, deep sea, whatever it is he does. I think he does more of the jumping stuff. He takes that stress and is able to apply it to his everyday life, making his everyday life, which is where he tends to live most of the time, easier to deal with, because he is taking the lessons he learned from his skydiving, daredeviling. He took those lessons and he's applying them to his everyday life. If I can deal with the stress of possibly splatting onto a mountainside because he missed the hole in the rock that he was trying to fly through, then dealing with a little bit of, oh, I feel shitty about myself today, he could deal with that much easier, because that kind of stress matters not after dealing with, I almost died 3 times this week, and that is one of the lessons that I try, that we try, that EM3 Strength and Conditioning tries to teach to our members. If you can do this in here, if you can put your mind behind that 315-pound bench press. For those of you who have never bench pressed 315, raise your hands. The amount of stress it takes to push that, the amount of energy, the amount of mental concentration it takes to push that weight one time is enormous. It's about 315 pounds, okay? Now, if you can take that kind of tenacity, that you apply here at the gym and apply it to your life, then everything's going to be all right. Then life should be a little bit easier. Why? Because I can bench 315? No, because of what it takes to do that. What it takes to move that weight, to carry it. It's not just about, hey, thanks for the thumbs up. It's not just about coming in here or any gym and doing all this at the gym and everyone's like, ooh, look at him, look at her. She looks so good. He looks so great. Oh man, the dude could lift so much. I wish I could lift like him. Oh man, look at her legs. I wish I had legs like her. Oh man, look at him, boy, chisel chest. That's great. That is the result of hard work. Okay? And what we do here, here, for those of you who want to know, check this out real quick. Here comes our blue car is back. Oh, old school. They pushed it and jumped the clutch. Nice. All right. Sorry about that little segue, but now I know who owns the car. We'll talk about it for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Blue car was abandoned, yada yada yada. But now I know. I saw the person. I know whose it is. But anyway, real quick. the energy, the concentration, the tenacity, the that drive that it takes to do that stuff at the gym. You can carry that and take that with you into your everyday life. I'm trying to like explain it in a way that really makes sense, because I don't know, I feel like I'm not expressing myself correctly, but I'm doing the best I can. Long story short, as I sometimes say, what you do here at the gym matters, because it takes effort, it takes work, it takes concentration. You have to have your mind behind it. That's why when I see people, oh, they're at the machine and now they're texting. No. You're never gonna reach results. Every time you go to the gym and you work and then you sit there for 80, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, texting on your phone, you are literally, the set that you just did has become null and void, because you disconnected. And you need to stay connected to your body in order for your body to perform correctly. And the reason you want your body to perform correctly is because that's how you prevent injury. If you go to the gym and you're just like, la, 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 well, you're going to do la, 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 kind of weights, and you're going to do la, 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 kind of exercises, and you're going to get la, 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 kind of results. And then you're going to sit there and say, oh, this gym stuff don't work. The gym stuff doesn't work because you're expecting the gym stuff to work. It's not the gym that works. It's you that works. You have to put the work in. All right? And when you put the work in, you don't leave that work at the gym. You take it with you. And you apply that same mentality. You apply that same that you did at the gym to push that weight. You apply that to your job. You apply that to your life. You apply that to your husband / boyfriend, whatever it may be. You apply that to your kids. You apply that to your grandkids. All right? The stress and anxiety and depression and all of that is part of life. And you can make it work for you. It is not. I feel like mental health is something that really drags people down, because it's something that is bad. It's that, people talk about mental health. My head space, blah space, yada yada space. They're feeding you lies. This is part of life. And that part of life is what makes you into a stronger and better person. If you sit there and feel some type of way and you medicate, you are not going to get the edification of being able to deal with that, push through it, and come out on the other side. All right? I am not saying, I'm not saying anything about not taking them. I'm just saying, if you approach it in a way where, okay, let's say you're taking medication, and let's say, you're in the struggle with your mental health. All right? Try not to think of your medication as a crutch, as, oh, I need this. I need this right now in order to better myself. But what are you doing to better yourself on top of taking medication? You know what I'm saying? So the stresses that life gives you is meant for you to grow, handle, tackle it, and grow from it. All right? I get it. It gets tough. And I get it. We all need help. Right? But don't run from your adversity. Tackle it. If you take meds to help you, do that. Take your meds. Be like, all right, buddy, let's go tackle this shit. Not say, okay, get in there, guy. I'm going to sit back and watch what you do. All right. So, in a little bit of a recap, the stresses you feel in life are there, they are real, and they will never, ever, 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 ever go away. It's part of the human condition. It's part of the human experience. What you want to do is take that and make it work for your advantage. For instance, stress yourself at the gym, push hard at the gym, or it doesn't have to be at the gym. All right, let's say you go on a long bike ride, boom. For instance, when I go on a bike ride, once I get on the bike, I do try my best not to get off of it. And I will always pedal. Even if it's not necessarily propelling me forward, but I'll still pedal. And that's my goal. And it hurts. Man, you get off that bike, of course, my ass hurts, my legs hurt, super sore. Some of them start cramping up, sometimes during the ride, But when I go home, I'll take that 30-mile ride, 40-mile ride, straight through, pedaling the whole time. And if I can do that, then I can take the drive that it took for me to do that and apply it to, whatever, home. All right, well, now I'm going to make an awesome, delicious dinner. Now I'm going to mow the lawn. Now I'm going to make that phone call that nobody wants to make. Dealing with some, whatever, bills, late bills, whatever it is, life stress, okay? The difference between life stress and gym stress is that gym stress finishes. Therefore, your body gets to reward you for it. Life stress is ongoing, and you never get that reward for dealing with it. Why? Well, because there's still more stress there. It just keeps coming. And that's another reason to really get that physical activity in, because your body does reward you for it. It really does reward you for it. All right, guys. So Lo here, EM3 Strength and Conditioning. I hope you liked my story today about the guy jumping and how he deals with everyday stress, and how his daredevilishness allows him to deal with everyday stress on a different level, because everyday stress doesn't seem so stressful when you almost lost your life 2 or 3 or 4 times this week. I mean, good Lord, right? So what you do at the gym, take it with you in real life. All the work you put into the gym, or all the work that you put into yourself, also put into the rest of your life. Otherwise, it is meaningless. Imagine that. Yeah. I already know, I know people, and I've seen people, I've met people who are killers at the gym. Killers. I mean, everything perfect. Technique, beautiful. Sculpted bodies, looking good. You know what I mean? And then you ask them to help you move, and, they're still huffing and puffing, carrying a box of shoes down the stairs or up the stairs and stuff. And it's like, what in the holy crap is this? What's all that for? If you're going to sit there and be like, hold on, Lo, I need a second. You know what I'm saying? Make it work for you. All right? Or, boom, let's reverse that real quick. Let's say you're one of those go-getters at work. I love my job. No, my bad. Nobody loves their job. People love their career. I love my career. Man, I go hard every day at work. And then at that, then you go home and you slap your wife. You cuss your husband out. Call your kids little pieces of shit. Wish I'd never had you guys. Blase. Word? That's not how that works. All right. If you work hard at work, work hard at home. If you work hard at work and work hard at home, then work hard at the gym for you. All right? So you can keep working hard at work and hard at home. All right? So it goes both ways. If you have issues like, I'm trying to go to the gym or whatever, Take the tenacity that you do at your job. You know, the place where you spend most of your life. Take that tenacity, apply it to the gym. Or again, I always say the gym because it's a very generic term and everyone knows what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be the gym. It could be your run. It could be your bike. All right, but you can't exclude the gym. You can't exclude the weight training because that's where your muscles are gonna get built. All right, running and biking and cardio can build muscle to a point, only to the point where your body needs to do what you're asking it to do. You know, if running is what you're gonna do, then it'll give you muscles for running. All right, if you want to ride your bike, it will give you muscles for riding your bike. But if you want to put on muscles to help improve your bike, to help improve your run, that's where weight training comes along. Now, weight training for running is very specific. Weight training for biking is very specific. You can't sit there and go for that 315 bench because that means you're going to be weighted down by the muscles you're putting on. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Got some people coming in. And yeah, don't be afraid of life stress. Take the tenacity from one place and apply it to the other. Whether if you work hard at the gym, apply it to your life, or whether if you're trying to get into the gym and you're trying to figure out how to find that motivation, the same work you put into your job, use that same like I gotta get to work on time and I gotta this and I gotta that, as much as you hate doing it. Apply that to trying to get yourself into a better physical place. And if you're in a better physical place, it will put you in a better mental place also. All right. Working out is very rewarding, not just on the outside, but most importantly on the inside. Let your chemistry do what your chemistry is supposed to do. And your chemistry, yeah, it's supposed to be like, oh, bro, you fucked up and this and that. But your chemistry is also there to cheer you on and tell you how good you're doing. So EM3 Strength and Conditioning, low. Once again, we are located right here in Northampton, super close. You don't have to go far. We do small group personal training. There are no classes here except one. That's on Saturday. And it's still more like, you know, one-on-one-ish. All right, we keep it small, we keep it intimate, not like that, but we keep it intimate so we can really keep an eye on technique, on weight being moved, and making sure everyone is safe. And also, it promotes a really good kind of like a whole family thing. You know, you walk in, there may be two other people here, and they're doing something, but they're not doing what you're doing, but they're still doing something, and then, you know, that's when conversations spark, and that's when friendships spark, and that's when camaraderie starts. All right? EM3 Strength and Conditioning. We love what we do, and we do what we love. Hey! All right. Peace.